morning and welcome to Psychic Cafe Live. I've got my coffee. Have you got a drink with you as well? Let me know in the comments. If you want to comment on this show and if you want me to pull some cards, you'll need to be a subscriber for at least a minute before you can comment. Go ahead and do that. And let's get some cards out. So I'm Louise. Hey, I've been a professional psychic and energy healer for over 25 years now. I'm solely online right now. I do these shows here on YouTube, and I also do live sessions as well. So by Zoom or written readings. You're welcome to check those out on my website, behealing.com. That's behealing.com. If you just put Be Healing in Google, then all of the first page is all my stuff. A friend of mine was looking at my business and she's like, I can't believe it. I put Be Healing in and you're all of the first page of Google. I said, yes, I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm well recognized. It's cool. She was very impressed. So if you're on here, let me know where you're watching from. Let's get some cards out. I'm on super early. I wasn't going to do this. I was going to do my YouTube live later because I just went live in our Facebook group. Come be part of our community in Facebook. If you're on Facebook, it's called Psychic Cafe Club group, and yeah, come along in there because I go live in there too. It's more interactive and it's more private in there. YouTube, you know, it's just open to anyone really, but it's more private in there. So do join us in that Facebook group. I'll put a link to it in here. Our Facebook group. It is called facebook.com groups. I remember it. Psychic Cafe. Hi, Angela May. It's been ages. It's been ages. Good to see you in here. I've got some cards out for the collective first. Nice. Look at this. Three of Wands and the 10 of Cups. It's only a matter of time before the happily ever after, your heart being fulfilled. I keep on getting signs that there's a relationship coming at the moment. Let's see if it's true. We will see. I'm certainly surrounded by friends in my new place. This is my new place, Angela May. I'm surrounded by friends that are in good relationships, and it's a delight living next door to them now. You know, just to hear what people are like in good relationships. Angela May, will your friend Caroline get half her house when hubby sells? Oh, devastated. Well, Caroline, get half the house. How are you doing, Angela May? It's good to see you. It's been a long time, huh? Back to Psychic Cafe show. It's fun. She hasn't come back. I don't know whether she's got a new home or what. I don't know where she is. But I think she'll be fine, you know. I do miss her. So, yes. Yes is the answer to Caroline's, because the Ace of Cups is a definite yes card, and the Two of Pentacles, it is that balance. It is that balance. So, yes, she will get half of it. Do you want some cards for you, Angela May? Who else is on? You'll need to be a subscriber for at least a minute in order to be able to chat with me, but do say hello. If you want some cards, I'll pull them out for you. Hoping you'll move soon. I hope you have a better moving experience than me. I mean, it went well in the end, but... Hello, Maria. Where are you watching from? Stuff like that happens in my life, though. It's all last minute. But then something comes good in the end. But it's no good for my nervous system. Oh, in Norway. Cool. Get to you very shortly, Maria. Okay, Angela May. You're a strong one, Angela May. We know this about you anyway. And King of Pentacles, but someone's going to help you out. Now, here's the thing. When you're strong and independent and all of that kind of thing, people think that you're all right and you don't need help. Stupid people think that anyway. Good people don't think that. Good people help everyone out because they know that we're all human beings and we all go through stuff. But often, I'm just getting this feeling, Angela May, that sometimes you're left out of getting supported because people think that you've got it, like you're all over it and you've got it sorted. Make sure that you share what's going on with you, with other people, not just the good stuff. Let them know you're human. You're wondering, you and Philip ever be together again? We broke up a while ago. Sure, I'll check for you. He moved out. Tells me 100% over. Tells me he doesn't love me. Okay. Let's have a look. Relationship was very difficult. Well, that's a good reason not to get back in it. Thank you for subscribing, Maria, and welcome, welcome. So I'm doing the Psychic Cafe show every day, different times. We'll just see like when the busy times are. It's pretty good the first thing in the morning before training for me, because I'm drinking my coffee at the same time. My phone's charging because it was almost out of power, and I don't want to go out until it's fully charged because I need to take videos at the gym. And they're demolishing the house opposite, and so it's super noisy all day as of yesterday. And so, why would you want to get back together with someone that's not a good relationship? There's better out there. Okay, I've got some cards out for you. You know, there's better out there. Okay, 9 of Cups. This is about your wishes. Maria, you're being asked to focus on what your heart's wishes are. I'm sure you're not wishing for a bad relationship like that. I get it though. We've got a pull toward what it is that we know because it feels like that's all that's available to us. But imagine having a good relationship instead of a bad relationship. Hey, Debbie. So what are your wishes? And this isn't just saying like, what are your wishes? Oh, I want a good relationship. No, this is count them. Write them down. What are your needs in a relationship? What would make you feel really loved, really nurtured, really cared for? I know for me, it's a lot of the basic stuff, like someone to do the boring stuff with, someone that likes to do the boring stuff with me, you know? Someone that makes me feel peaceful, that I can truly be myself. I know someone that I know has got my back and, you know, does things for me, picks up the slack and all of that. I thought I was going to win a house too, Angela May. Imagine my surprise when I didn't. So yeah, get deeper into that, because yeah, it's always worrying when someone says like, I want to get into this bad relationship, I want to get back into this bad relationship. Why would you? Why would you? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. 5 of Pentacles, good time to be alone at the moment until you, yeah, same card as Angela May say. Until you get into the mindset of, I deserve support. Okay. Maria, you know how you are in a relationship, what you do for the other person, how much you give to them, how much you love them, how much you make things special for them, how much you like help them out, what you're willing to do for them and all of that kind of thing, how you make things nice and like have surprises and stuff like that. All that experience that you give someone else in relationship. Spend some time today and for a week and perhaps for even a month imagining being in a relationship with someone like you, someone that will do all of those things for you. That is the level of relationship you should be in, because you do those things, someone else should do those things for you as well, to be the receiver of that. And in that, and when you realize, oh, of course, that's what I give, of course I deserve that back, then you're going to be looking for a completely different caliber of person. And they are available. Because you exist, they exist too. Is there any chance? I mean, be careful what you wish for. We can always manifest shit stuff in our lives. But you guys, your higher self is saying, don't do it. Don't manifest bad stuff. You deserve much better than that. Debbie, hello. Hello, new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. I wonder why you haven't got a #3 on your name. Would you like some cards, Debbie? Some welcome cards? And also believe him when he says like he's over you. I had a recent new friend, and I couldn't continue being friends with her because, and she was broken up with this guy, or he broke up with her and he's moved on, he's with someone else now, and he's said the same things to her that yours has said to you too, completely over, doesn't want to get back together with someone else, completely moved on. Yet she wouldn't leave it alone. She kept on saying, but the only reason that I know this is she would copy what she was typing to him, and the poor guy, she wouldn't leave him alone. She was pestering him with messages and short videos as well, because she would send me those too. And she was under this belief that she was the best person for him, and that's not true. That's not true. Debbie, let's get some cards out for you. I mean, it was clearly not true. People are at where they're at, you know, and to persist with opposites when it's not good energy is a foolish path to go down. Debbie, let's get some cards for you. Debbie. And if you want any more help, you know, I do my mixture of readings and energy healings in private sessions, Zoom sessions. Go to my website, behealing.com. Hey, Mandy. Oh, Debbie, what's going on in your life? I am happy with the change. I'm really enjoying it in here. I've got like a separate kitchen now. So before I was only like eating at my desk, and so I was working all the time, you know. Now I've got a separate kitchen and I sit there. It's made life very different for me because I have more breaks now, and also it's because it's shut away. I do tend to want to get out and about more and into the community, which is why I put on a bit of weight, because I've been eating too much. Good to see you, Mandy. Debbie, I'm asking what's going on in your life, because you got the Tower card out first. You got 2 other cards too. So that's disruption. That's things like the rug being whipped out from underneath your feet. Often, but it's not all the time, the universe steps in to create change in our life when we've been ignoring signs, right? But I know that that's not true for me, because often I don't get signs, and then my life gets disrupted anyway. The universe steps in, not just because we've been ignoring signs, but just because that might be the easiest way for change to happen. But there's disruption going on here. Looking forward to meeting you forever, love. Started nursing in January and getting over next. You've got a lot of stuff going on. Well, look at this. Happily ever after, the 10 of Cups. Yes, you've got good times ahead, your heart being fulfilled in your work and also relationship too. But there's internal conflict to deal with. So there's this disruptive energy at the moment, and it wouldn't surprise me if you get a lesson kind of person coming in. I just want to find out what that is. A disruptor, you know. Sometimes when we're ready for a long-term relationship, there'll just be a little bit something that we need to face, and then there'll be one person just before the long-term relationship comes in, and it feels like that's what's going to happen to me. Hearing inner guidance. Commercial. My intuition flows whenever I'm still. But I'm asking what this 5 of Swords is. What is the internal conflict? Mandy, would you like some cards? Yeah, Mandy, I got evicted from the last place. I got behind on rent, but they wanted me out of there. You know, I'd been in there for 9 years and it was a resort, so they want to get the big money off the tourists. Anyway, it was like they wanted, yeah, they were like just looking for an excuse to get rid of me. And I wasn't that happy there anymore. Long story, but yeah, they evicted me and I had like 10 days to move out, and I didn't have any money to move out and nowhere to go to. And I'm like, oh, hell, what do I do? And so I was trying to work more and earn more money, that kind of thing, and that wasn't happening. So I had to quit and just go to a cafe and then start talking to my friends and ask for help. Like, I don't know what to do. And my friend next door, she said, I bumped into her in the bank, and she said, I've got a couple of rooms, but it might be noisy because I'm building next door to them. And so I said, yeah, I'll come and have a look. I looked at other places too, but still didn't have the money. And they gave me mates rates for this place, because like there's a lot of locals live around here, so they don't want to rent it out to just anybody, right? We prefer to have friends in here. And then because all of my stuff wouldn't fit in here. I needed to sell a load of my gym stuff, the stuff that I'd bought in COVID times, and that gave me the money to get this place. And then since I've moved, yes, I am happier, and then it's given me all of this inspiration, business inspiration, you know, to do these psychic cafes and stuff. So it's like the energies turn around. Brave, yeah, but I really did need the community to help me on this one, and that's not my comfort zone. My comfort zone is being the one that's good and okay, and I'm the one helping other people. And it's almost like I needed to be kind of broken in that way, and like not just ask for help, like so I can continue earning money to do it myself and be independent, but really ask for help and allow that. So yeah. You know, my guides, they do things last minute like that with me all the time. It's like they don't care about my nervous system. Okay, resolving anger. Debbie, resolving anger. I'm asking what this internal conflict is. Conflict reminds me when I need space for myself. Conflict in relationships, that's what it is. So there's a need, there's always going to be conflict within relationships, but there's some conflicts that are okay and we can deal with, and some conflicts that are like deal breakers, right? Just because there's deal breaker conflicts doesn't mean that we should avoid conflict. There are healthy ways to deal with conflict and to be open and to all of that kind of stuff. It feels like that is your internal conflict about conflict itself within relationships. So it feels like you might get a little bit of it, not a test, but someone to practice that on first. Perhaps someone that will be deal-breaking conflict. It's not the conflict itself that's deal-breaking though. It's that somebody won't be open. And it kind of feels like you have been the one not to deal with conflict. Because when we've been around people that are not good at dealing with conflict, that either get aggressive or, you know, gaslighty and manipulative and all of that kind of thing, it makes us start backing away from dealing with things healthily. Because then we start expecting everyone to be like that, right? So yeah, a new beginning for me. Hey, Ray. Ray's next. You're wondering if SL and I will reconcile. What you're wanting to go backwards for. There is one guy that I'd get back together with. A guy that I had a fling with a few months ago. You hate conflict. But you only hate conflict with people that are, you know, shut down emotionally. Conflict is great with someone that's open because you can just talk it through and get it out on the table, and then you can reveal your true feelings and all of that kind of stuff. How like nervous things make you feel. I got myself into a good relationship. This was years ago, and because I'd asked my guides that I want a relationship, but not just any relationship. I want someone that's really good at communication. And I got myself into a relationship like that. And very early on in the relationship, he triggered me. He triggered me because he wasn't sleeping very well. And he'd gone into the lounge to go to sleep on the lounge. I'd woken up and he wasn't there. And it triggered this memory of this guy that I used to go out with that was cheating on me. And when I woke up and he wasn't there, it's because he was with someone else. And he'd always come up with these excuses. So it brought up that again for me. And so I was in a state because this energy had come up. And he was like, oh, I'm really sorry. And I said, no, it's not you, but I need you to know about this. This guy did this to me, and waking up and you not being there brought it all back up again. It's not like you've done anything terribly wrong, but it triggered this thing in me that I'd even forgotten that was there. And it's like, you know, well, now I know that you've been through that. I'll be more cognizant of it, you know. I didn't need to go to the lounge. I could have stayed there. And so it was so refreshing to have someone listen to me and understand, right? Because people that I've been around, like my family, wouldn't have cared how I was feeling. They would just be like, get over it, you should be over that already, you know, just not really caring at all that I'd been through something traumatic. And he did. And so conflict was really good then, because And then that set the new bar for me when I was in a relationship after that. I tried doing that same kind of conflict resolution and talking about things with that one, but he couldn't do it, you see. He was the shouty narcissist instead, gaslighting me. And so, you know, it just depends on who it is, and that's why we've got to pick better people. Thank you, Ray. I do guided meditations, you know, every Tuesday. In fact, there's one coming out in about 12, 13, 14 and a half hours. It's a sleep meditation this time, and it is about you are enough. Here on my channel. And if you want the ad-free version of it, just become a member of the channel. So now it's time to love conflict, but just with the right people. And conflict is great because it lets you know when you're with the wrong people. If you don't want to even approach conflict, you won't find out that they're the wrong people. Right? We need to find out if they're the right people for us. Someone who can just talk through it. Yeah, it's not a big deal. An emotionally mature person. Hooray! I mean, how could you possibly have a good relationship with anyone else? Be it friendship, romance, family member. How can we have good relationships with anyone that isn't emotionally mature? And I know the world is full of immature people. But let's choose the ones that are mature. It's not bigger, this place. It's smaller. It kind of looks bigger, but it's not. It's much smaller. But it's big enough for me. Getting excited thinking of move. I've got some cards out for you, Ray. Just sitting on them here and on the table. Okay, Ray. Any chance of getting back together? It's undecided yet. Hermit. No, it's time to be alone at the moment, for sure. And then the Knight of Pentacles is slowly, something yet to be worked through. Not written in stone. You see, it depends on the trajectory that people go on, right? That's why predictive readings don't work, because we've all got free will, and we all know what it's like. There's a fine line between facing up to something and not facing up to something. We can ignore it, or we can go down that path. Hello, Maria. How many kids? Oh, I don't know. I don't do readings like that. I connect in with your higher self to find out the truth about like emotional stuff and spiritual stuff. Numbers, I'm not very good at that. Timings as well. I mean, it really just does depend on you. Yeah, you need a different kind of a reader for things like that. I use my gift to help people to heal themselves, you know. It's mystic psychology is what it is that I do. So, slightly different. But there's plenty of readers out there that do that kind of thing. It's just not me. Yeah, not for a while yet. Things will be moving slowly. Right. I'm just going to get some more cards out for you, Ray. Finding a new balance within yourself. And then the Hermit card again, by yourself. And the Chariot. Yeah. You've got a choice of two paths to go down. And you haven't made that choice yet, Ray. You haven't made that choice yet. And it feels like there's a few things in your life that are undecided because you haven't chosen which path to go down yet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask you guys to show you clearly what those... Because I'm not getting like Two of Wands energy from this, like you're at the crossroads now. More of... I've got to decide what I want my life to be about and what's important to me. If you focus on that at the moment, then you'll be picking your path kind of thing, and then the details of that path will be in place. And it feels like the relationship that's right for you on that path will be revealed to you. That's why it's undecided about your other relationship. Aubrey, I grew up with since 2, had 25 with us, yeah. Hospital didn't look after him. He was in and out, wasn't he? So sad. So sorry that you lost him. Maria, advice. Advice for Maria, and then I'll get to you, Mandy. You've got health stuff going on at the moment, Mandy. Maria. Birds are saying hello. I've got trees right outside of my window. And the baby plants are growing. The gardener was so excited yesterday. I've got a gardener here that he doesn't speak English, although he's getting much better at English. He's learning. And maybe that's what he does out in the hammock at night, learning English. And he was like, come and have a look. So I went in the garden with him, and he's planted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beds of stuff. And there's one of them is sprouting with tiny little baby plants. Don't know what they are yet, but he was very excited about it. Okay, yes, Maria. Hanged Man is your first card out, which is looking from a different perspective and slowing down. Okay. Yes, especially with the age you're at, right? Especially with the age you're at. I remember being that age. Around that age. It's that like rushing energy to get stuff done. You think you know what you want in life, and you don't. You don't really know yourself until you're in your 50s. It gets better in your 40s. Still so very young in 30s. And I know you don't feel like that at that age, but you are. It's tricky, isn't it? Because nature has it so that we are... I should stop saying that. I was going to say nature has it so that we are only like fertile and good for having babies when we're young, but now that we know that's not true, it's actually men. Our eggs don't degrade at all. It's the men, the older men, that is the problem. So yeah, you've got plenty of time. You just need to pick the right man. Hello, Divyansha. Divyansha. Am I saying that right? It doesn't sound right to me. So, yeah, slow things down. Slow things down. There's plenty of time. There is plenty of time. See things from a different perspective. Your life is about yourself, not about achieving certain things. And honestly, you don't know yourself in your 30s. I remember like when my son was 18, my eldest son was 18, his dad was trying to get him to choose a career. And I'm like, you're 18. You just need to find out who you are, try a load of different things, travel and find out who you are, you know. But we do make such big decisions around those ages when we're really ill-equipped to do that. And it really is like, I don't know. I used to think nature had gone wrong because we do have to make family decisions before we're at the age that we really know ourselves. But it is actually a really good thing in menopause as well. It's a really good thing because then our life is our own. For reals then. Slow down, enjoy the journey. Hangman says, look from a different perspective. I mean, we are here to learn. The only things that you take with you are the stuff that you've learned along the way. And if you make it about learning and enjoying yourself and finding out who you are and what your true path is, you'll have a great time. Babs came back into your life. Cool. Coffee. Hey. So I've signed a release form yesterday for them to auction off all of my furniture that's in storage. Unfortunately, I won't get my photos back, but a few people have said to me, I bet you do get your photos back. I bet the person that wins the auction will notice that there's personal stuff in there and find out who you are and send it to you. I'm enjoying menopause. I went through it twice. So I had all of these symptoms, the hot flashes and stuff like that. I didn't get any mood swings or anything, but I'm very fit and active and a stress-free life most of the time. Live on a tropical island. I have a really good life, hey. I only got hot flashes, which was very disruptive to sleep, horrible. After the first time my period stopped. And then I had a year and 3 months without periods, and then I had 3 periods that came back, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go through it again. And I did. I had exactly the same thing again, but this time I knew what to do. I knew what to take. The black cohosh to allow me to sleep, to stop those hot flashes, because hot flashes is not so bad. You just end up pouring with sweat at ridiculous times in the day, but at night it wakes you up, and it's really disruptive to sleep. And you're just like tearing your hair out because you don't get enough sleep. You like get up in the morning, you're like, I feel like you've not slept at all because you just kept on waking up soaking wet with sweat. It's insane. But black cohosh worked for me. I would take half a dose of it just in the evening before I went to bed, and that would let me sleep. Didn't care about the hot flashes in the daytime. It was just stupid. But okay. And apart from that, I switched to soy milk. I've got soy milk in this, and that seems to help me out a little bit too. But I feel great now. I don't have the highs of ovulation. I kind of miss that. But the steadiness that I've got now is like midpoint. Never have those lows anymore. And it's just so freeing not to have the hormone, the disruptive hormone that has you doing stupid things with men. That is what is freeing. That's what's very freeing. I think that's why men are saying like they don't want to go near the older ones. It's because we know who we are and we won't put up with shit anymore, because we haven't got the stupid hormones that make us put up with things from men anymore. Who am I getting cards out? Divyansha. Divyansha. What's coming towards you in love? Well, my cards that keep on coming out personally have been about romance lately, so I'm like, what's going on? There is one cute guy on the island. One cute guy that I'm kind of, I don't know, he's much younger than me. They're all much younger than me. But they don't know it because I look young. Okay. Yeah, you've got something exciting coming in, Divyansha. Yeah, passionate, exciting. And yeah, there's this unsure whether it's emotionally right for you. Exciting, yes, but I mean, that's just whatever, says the menopausal woman. It is just whatever. I mean, that's not what makes a good relationship, the excitement. It's really not. It's only an ingredient in dating that. It's not an ingredient in a good relationship. Dating is often got nothing to do with what relationships are truly like, right? I mean, you want someone to have good times with and all of that, but dating would be best, just like doing the boring things and seeing if you can do those together. But anyway, there's this unsure feeling of whether they're emotionally right for you, but it's exciting. And then there's this, the Emperor, but it's female Emperor, and so it's you having to be in your masculine energy, so that's you doing too much, providing too much, and all of that kind of stuff that we do so many times as women in relationships. So yeah, you do have some love coming in, exciting, but it's almost like to show you this is not what you truly want, and so that you can get deeper into the emotions of what it is that you truly want within a relationship, what would be truly nurturing for you within a relationship. Because it is available. It's just like I said, often we look for the excitement in dating, and excitement has got nothing to do with a good relationship. So from the outset, we tend to look for the wrong things because we look for a good dating experience rather than a good relationship experience. Yeah. In time, we figure these things out. I had a black cat come, no, a nosy cat. There's a black and white cat, a feral tomcat that likes this house for some reason. It keeps on coming in. But yeah, feral cat that my friend Elizabeth next door is looking after. She's got another one as well, a black cat. But yeah, the black and white cat, he likes to be in here. I can go out to the kitchen and he's in there. I don't want him in so much because if Flossie Cat comes back, you know, I don't want another cat smell in here. But I don't know whether she's going to be happy here. But anyway, Elizabeth and her stray cats and her husband are building a house at the moment, so it's almost ready, so they're gonna be moving out, and then I'll get new neighbours. It's far for a cat. I have been back, and my old next door neighbour is on the lookout for her. He's going to message me if he sees her there. When I moved out, they tore my place apart. They took the roof off. It did need repairing, the roof, and there was rats living up in the roof as well, so they'll have cleared all of that out, and then they were renovating the place completely. So if she went back, it would be a bit weird. But yeah, we're on the lookout. I tried to keep her in for 2 weeks. On the second day, she's never used a litter tray before. I didn't have a litter tray, and so in the middle of the night, on the first night, I went outside with her just so she could use the toilet, and then I brought her back in. But then the second day, I needed to go and get some groceries, fill up my fridge and my freezer again. And when I got back, I opened the door, and she went pew, and that was the last time I saw her. So yeah. Don't know where she is. She hasn't made it back to my old place yet. We will see. She might have found a new place, or she might just be feral, hunting squirrels. Anyway, I need to get out of here because it's almost time to go kickboxing. Getting my warrior on. So thank you everyone for coming. That was fun, wasn't it? And great to see you all again, and great to see you new guys too. There is a guided meditation coming out later on today for me. Yeah, as I said, in about 13 hours it will be live, so check that out, and my psychic readings. And if you want a private session with me, book yourself in on behealing.com. You can join us in my Facebook group as well if you want to stay in touch and join my community. I put a link for it up here. I'm just going to pin it now. I'm going to pin the message to the top of the chat. That's got the link to the Facebook group. You're very welcome to join us there. And thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.